bees.
Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is your boy Junior, aka Smoking Guns, out here in Tucson, Arizona, representing the Ultimate Fight Club, giving you the latest content in boxing and MMA news that is out. So, tonight's video, we're going to be talking about David Benavidez and a new interview talking about a potential fight with Gilberto Ramirez. Dude, this would be a friggin' sick-ass fight if it was ever to happen, man. And David Benavidez is very vocal about wanting this fight to happen. Now, in this interview, it says, fight with Ramirez would be a war for full 12. And in the article, it states, unbeaten former 168-pound champion David Benavidez called a clash with Mexican southpaw Gilberto Ramirez an action-packed fight that needs to happen, as well as a war from round 1 to round 12, after watching Soto retain his WBO crown by majority decision over Jesse at American Bank Center in Corpus Christi, Texas on Friday night. The 6'2" Benavidez claims to have sparred about 150 rounds with the 6'2" Ramirez, who overcame the 6'3" Hart of Philadelphia in a rematch of Ramirez's narrow unanimous decision victory in September 2017, during which Hart rose from a second round knockdown. Now, it later goes on in the article talking about Gilberto Ramirez is a good friend, and I worked with him in a couple of his training camps. I sparred him for his fight with Arthur Abraham, and I sparred him to help him get ready for his first fight with Jesse Hart. We were working for about a month and a half, said Benavidez, 21, speaking to BoxingScene.com from his training facility in Seattle, Washington. I would say that we did about 150 rounds. Every time we sparred, we would do no less than 10 rounds. So we did a lot of work. That's why I'm so confident that I could go in there and beat Soto Ramirez. I can beat him if I'm at my A game. He's a great fighter, and I take nothing from Ramirez. He's my friend. He's a tremendous competitor, and that's why I know it's going to be an action-packed fight if it ever takes place. I think with our styles, it's going to make it a war from round 1 to round 12. Quote. It also later goes on in the article where he says, I don't remember the last fight between super middleweight champions who were Mexicans. It would be huge. I would love to fight Soto Ramirez, said Benavidez, who has moved to a secluded lake house in Seattle, where he will focus on his preparation with his father, Jose Benavidez Sr. I think that it would be an action-packed fight because we know each other's style so well, and that's a fight we've been wanting for a long time, and it would be an amazing fight for the fans. I think it's a fight that needs to happen. That's a fight that I would want, and that's a fight that people need to see. I want to get my title back, and then that's exactly what I would like to do. Quote. Now, dude, that's actually friggin' badass that he would come out in the interview stating that he wants to fight a dude like Gilberto Ramirez. And this actually backs my claim when I was debating with some dudes in my comment section, and I had posted a video about Canelo moving to 168 to fight either Caleb Smith or David Benavidez. And people in the comment section was bashing David Benavidez like he's some kind of bum or something, like he's like the weak link in the damn 168-pound division. Like everybody's in the comment section like, oh, David Benavidez, he would get murked and he's got a soft body. Canelo would touch him in the body and drop him and this and that. And I go in the comment section and I'm telling these fools like, yo, y'all must not know David Benavidez. That fool is a friggin' killer, dude. That fool can literally do everything. That fool can box on the inside, bounce on the outside. He's got slick defense. He's got hellacious combinations. I mean, the dude can literally do everything. And the fool is a straight up dog. Personally, I would have David Benavidez beating Caleb Smith. That's just my personal opinion. I'd have him beating Caleb Smith. Caleb Smith is a great fighter, but dude, I would have David Benavidez over Caleb Smith. And personally, I would think that Caleb Smith would be a better fight for Canelo because Canelo has fought that conventional UK type of style of fighter, and he's been very successful with fighters like that. But a dude like David Benavidez, the dude is a straight up dog, man. I think that would be a friggin' hellacious ass fight for Canelo to get into. And that's another reason why that's a fight that I would like to see, because I know that would be a sick ass fight. And then you got two Mexican fighters fighting each other, so you already know that would bring the whole Mexican population to want to see that fight, dude. That would be a friggin' sick ass fight right there. But dude, David Benavidez, if you guys have not really seen that fool work, man, that fool be friggin' throwing combinations like friggin' Killer Instinct, dude. The fool can move. He can box on the inside, box on the outside, got super sick defense. Sometimes his heart and wanting to stay in the fire can work against him because he will get hit, but the fool is a straight up dog fighter, man. That fool is super sick with it. He's actually probably one of my favorite fighters in that super middleweight division just because of his style of fighting. Now, with that being said, if he was to set up a fight with Gilberto Ramirez, man, dude, that would be a friggin' sick ass fight right there, man. And personally, I would have David Benavidez getting Gilberto Ramirez. And don't get me wrong, Gilberto Ramirez, he's a great fighter, but David Benavidez is a lot more versatile and his skill than Gilberto Ramirez. It would be a friggin' great fight. And I hope if they do that fight, I hope they do that here in Arizona because David Benavidez, he is from Phoenix. So I hope they would do that here in Arizona. They got a big ass Mexican fan base out here. Or I know they do it in Texas because they got a huge Mexican fan base out there also. And also going into the article, it goes into about when he's going to be fighting next. And it actually says in the article, once the youngest world champion in the division history, Benavidez returns to action on March 16th against an opponent to be determined in a 10-round bout as the co-main event, as left-handed IBF welterweight champion Errol Spence defends against four-division title winner Mikey Garcia on Fox at the Dallas Cowboys AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. The location is near Spence's hometown of DeSoto. Now, with him being the co-main event on this card, dude, it's going to be really exciting to really see this card. I know this is going to be a stacked card, and it really seems like PBC has been going all out on these cards lately, man. I think this is going to be a really good year for PBC, and it's going to be badass for David Benavidez to be able to make his comeback on this card, and it's going to be really badass to be able to see him get his title back. All right, so I hope you guys like the video. If you guys like the video, make sure to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the channel. And if you guys have any kind of comments, any kind of questions on this, make sure to hit me up in the comment section and I'll be sure to hit you guys up, okay? So I hope you like the video. Holla at your boy.